Hello on YouTube. So we have 2 more minutes to go. Get ready. Roll out your mat. Just gonna check if everything is good so far. So yes, very good. That's it. Hello. So we have 1 more minute to go. Get some water, roll out your mat if you have one. If you don't have a mat, not a big deal. You can do it on a normal carpet as well. Good. And I should probably take these off. I had a little bit cold feet. The sun is coming out now, so it's really nice. So, good morning, everybody. Bonjour à tous. Buongiorno a tutti. Guten Morgen miteinander. I'm Merit from I Am Yoga, and we are live from the terrace of the Royal Savoy in Lausanne, Switzerland. It's a beautiful day. The sun is slowly coming out. That's why I decided to do it outside. It's not that windy, so you probably hear the birds more than the wind. And thank you all for joining. Thank you all for being there. Thank you for those who were there on Thursday on Zoom. That was really amazing. It felt so great to finally get to see you again and have an exchange. So it really felt nice to see familiar faces, but also new faces from Italy and France. So really cool. We're going to do this next Thursday again. If you want to join, send me a private message and I'm going to send you the link. You need to register just once and then you can just always join every Thursday night. We stick to the same schedule. On Tuesdays at 6:30 at night, we have a live stream, and on Sundays at 10:30, and on Thursday night, we do the Zoom. And you can always rewatch if you're not there right now. You can always rewatch on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel and comment. Comments always help to spread the word so more people know about this free stream and more people get to feel good because they can practice yoga. And this is really important in these days, I think, to keep moving and really feel good in your body, in your mind, and also in your emotions. And in the meantime, in between the sessions, I always do some short videos. I'm going to upload them starting next week. I prepared some stuff, meditation and other short sequences live from, well, not live, obviously, when I upload it, but from the Royal Savoy. So you get to see a little bit different places around the hotel. So let's get started. I have prepared a well-balanced flow to make us feel crispy and juicy and to just, feel bendy and strong at the same time. Let's get started. So we're going to start in a child's pose today. Take your knees a little bit wider than your hips. The big toes touch. And then just take a moment, release your forehead, release the shoulders, and just surrender to the earth. Take a moment to breathe into the belly. So there's always a movement in the belly. When you inhale, the belly expands. And when you exhale, there is a contraction. Try to lengthen your breath. So make your inhales even fuller and your exhales even more complete. And then walk with your hands towards the left side. And just lengthen over the right side of your torso, creating a lot of space in the rib cage. And then gently walk to the other side. Stretch it out on your left side. Keep your neck relaxed. And then come back to the middle. And gently roll up the spine and just come into a seated position. I myself like to sit on my heels. If this is not comfortable, you can also come into a cross-legged position. Take a moment here and just roll your shoulders a couple of times. And then keep your shoulders back and down and close your eyes. Keep a nice and upright position. Imagine there is a string pulling you from the crown of the head. If you're outside, then just feel the nice breeze around your skin. And if you're inside your apartment, just feel the air around your skin. Establish a nice rhythm in your breathing. Long and deep inhale and long and deep exhale. Inhale fully, exhale completely. With your next inhale, circle the arms towards the sky and then lower down your left hand and just reach over with your right arm. Again, creating a lot of space on the right side of the rib cage. Good. And then switch the sides, right hand down and reach over with your left arm. Keep anchoring through both sitting bones. So try not to lift up the left sitting bone. And then come back to the middle. We're going to twist towards the left side. Take your right hand onto your left thigh and the other hand behind you. With your inhale, lengthen the spine, and with your exhale, twist a little bit more. Good. Inhale takes you up, arms towards the sky, and with your exhale, go to the other side. Long and deep inhale to always expand and lengthen, and exhale completely to twist and go deeper, and at the same time, softer. Good. One more time. Inhale, lift your arms up. And then interlace the fingers and flip the palms towards the sky. Reach up high, but keep your shoulders down. So try not to lift it up. Keep it relaxed. Good. And then let go of your arms. And place your hands on the ground. Take your knees back. And we go straight into a plank pose. So make sure that you spread your fingers widely. That way, your weight is not only on your wrists, but nicely spread all over the hands. And then curl your toes under and find your plank. Everything is parallel to the floor. Good. Deepen your breath. Good. Keep your legs strong. If it's too much, you can also bend your knees and keep your knees on the ground. Otherwise, stay here. Okay, walk your feet together. And now just drop your hips towards the right side. And then roll over the tippy toes if you can, just to wake up your toes. And then drop your hips to the other side. We do this one more time. Come back over the middle and slowly drop your hips to the right. And then go to the other side and drop your hips to the left. Good. And then drop your knees. Take one more time a nice child's pose. Stretch it out. Feel the stretch in the arms also. And then slowly come back onto all fours. And we go back into the first downward facing dog. Curl your toes under and then lift your hips up high and move them backwards. So think about pressing your tummy towards your thighs. Lengthen first the spine. Keep a nice bend in your knees. And then you can start moving a little bit. Walk your dog. Make sure your neck is still long. And then take a stroll forward. Small steps. Take your time. Come to the front of your mat. And just sway from side to side. And slowly roll up the spine. One vertebra at a time. Good. And then roll your shoulders back and down. One more time. Shoulders forward, up, back and down. And then go ahead and close your eyes. Maybe move a little bit forward and backwards. And from one side to the other. And then find the center. So spread your weight equally on both feet. And maybe lift up the toes once and spread them if you can. And then one by one, lower one toe after the other. Good. You're going to go through a sun salutation. Inhale, circle the arms towards the sky. Exhale, gently dive forward. Inhale to lift your chest. If you want, you can come with your hands up onto your shins. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back into the plank. Deep inhale here. And with your exhale, lower halfway down. Feel free to drop your knees if you want. Inhale to come up into a baby cobra. Doesn't have to be too high yet. And exhale, go back into downward facing dog. If you want, you can still walk on the spot. And then with your next inhale, rise up tall onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees and lightly step or jump if you want. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, leading with your heart, come all the way up. And with your exhale, take your hands in front of your chest. You're going to do this one more time. We speed it up, but keep your breath fluid, smooth and steady. Inhale, circle the arms towards the sky. Exhale, dive forward, always with a long back. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, lightly step or maybe jump and lower halfway down. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a long and deep inhale and a long and deep exhale. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift up the heels high. Exhale, bend your knees and lightly step or jump. You can take small steps, big steps. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale with a flat back. Feel free to bend your knees a little bit. Come all the way up, root to rise. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Good. We're going to add on. Inhale, circle the arms towards the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Step back with your right foot. Gently bend your knee and drop the back knee. Good. Inhale to circle your arms up. Exhale, lean forward. arms forward. Inhale, circle the arms backwards to the sides and up. Exhale again, lean forward, pull your navel in. One more time, deep inhale, arms to the sky, lift up the chest. Exhale, like a straight line, arms forward. And one more time with your inhale, lift up. And with your exhale, twist. So take your left arm back, right arm forward. Hold it here. Good. And then lower down your right hand and lift your left arm all the way up to the sky. Stacking the shoulders one on top of the other. And then take both hands down. Inhale back into plank pose. Exhale, cycle through vinyasa if you want, or go straight into downward facing dog or child's pose. Always create your own rhythm, your own practice. So this is a video. That means you can even also pause it when you're on YouTube. Good, and then lightly step or jump forward. And we come into chair. So you have two options. You can have your feet either hip width apart for more stability, or you can have your big toes touch. There's some space between the heels, and then lower down your bum and sit down in that chair. Lift up the arms. So if your shoulders come all the way up, make sure that your arms are not too high. That means you can even have them parallel to the floor. Otherwise, lift your chest, lift your arms, and sit even more backwards. That means when you look down, you can see your toes. And let's lift up those toes, spread them, and then one by one, again, one toe after the other to the floor. Be aware of your toes. Summer is coming, flip-flop time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, step back with your left foot this time. Now softly lower down the knee. You can always also pat something underneath your knee. And with your inhale, lift up the arms. Good. Open it up. Exhale. You're going to draw big circles. Reach forward. Inhale takes you up again, opening up the chest. Exhale, lean forward. Nice movement. Inhale, lift up your arms. Exhale one more time. Pull your navel always in. Inhale, lift up. And this time we're going to twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. And stack your shoulders. The torsion is always from the navel upwards. Good. Lower down your left arm. Reach up high with your right arm, opening up the chest. And then both hands down. Step back into plank. And yogi's choice. You can add a little vinyasa, or you can go straight into down dog child's pose. And by now, maybe your heels can reach more towards the floor. Just make sure your spine is long. So if this happens that you round your spine too much, then keep a little bend in your knees. Otherwise, you can press the inner thighs more and more backwards, engage the quads, and you can reach with the heels towards the floor. Good. Gonna continue. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Come forward into plank and hover here. Inhale, press back with your right leg backwards. Exhale, take your right knee towards your right elbow. Good. One more time. Deep inhale. Right leg back. Exhale. Knee towards the left elbow across the back. And then lift up your left arm and maybe even extend your leg. You can also have your foot on the floor, of course. Good. Now, lower down your left hand. And here we go. We're going to open up the hip. So the right hip is on top of the left. And yogi's choice again, maybe flip it and come into a rock star, wild thing. So you pivot your back foot, Land softly on your right foot and open up, reaching up with your chest. Good, and then flip it back gracefully and cycle through vinyasa. So if this is too much, you can always stay in variation 1. You can also skip a sequence and just rest in child's pose. Otherwise, other side. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, draw the knee into your chest. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Inhale brings you back into a down dog split. Exhale, the knee draws towards your left elbow. Take your time and inhale. Reach back with your left leg. Exhale, draw your knee across the body. Pivot your back foot. And then maybe open up. Right arm to the sky. Feel the strength in the inner thigh. And then flip it back. Your choice. Maybe just stay in a down dog split. Or you can land softly on your left foot and reach up high. Pelvis to the sky. Good. And then flip it back. Add another vinyasa or just take a break. And just stay in down dog or child's pose. And we're going to move on. So from down dog, inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Now open up the back foot and leading with your left arm, we come into a warrior 2. So draw a big circle, first forward and then up, back, and land in your warrior 2. Keep looking over your right hand, straight into the camera, and keep opening up your left hip. Your left leg is solid, and pay attention not to stick out the butt. So you want to keep an outward down rotation in your right hip. Meanwhile, your left inner thigh is opening up to the back. Good. Smooth transition into a high lunge. So requires a little bit of balance. Come onto the ball of the back foot. So the hips are square and lift up your arms forward. From here, lean forward and slowly we go into a warrior 3. Feel free to use your blocks or you can also have your hands in front of you on the floor and then lift up your left leg. Now, try to keep a straight line. So keep your hands underneath your shoulders. And if you want, you can also have your hands in front of your heart. Good. Strong in your left leg. The inner left thigh is pressing upwards to the sky. That means your back toes are facing down. Good. Bend your front knee and then land softly in your high lunge position again. Good. Same way back. Settle down for a warrior 2. And now reverse. So open up the right side of your torso, breathing into it. You can either look down or you can also look upwards towards your right hand. Make sure your knee is not falling inward, so you want to keep it in line with the midline of the foot. Good, and then circle your arms down and cycle through another vinyasa. Good. And from your down dog, going to do the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Create a lot of space. Sometimes it helps to come up onto the fingertips so you have more space available. Set up for warrior 2. Leading with your right arm this time. Come all the way up and settle down. Good. Opening up the hips. The back leg is strong. Pull your navel in. So try not to overarch here. You want to really keep this solid. That means the pubic bone draws up, tailbone down. Always pay attention to your knee. Good. Hold it here. Smooth transition, high lunge. So arms up to the sky, roll onto the ball of the foot. Good. And then lean forward. One more time, warrior 3. You might as well go right into it. So use the blocks. Take your own variation. Good. Hold it steady. Steady your gaze. Keep it soft. Warriors are strong, but keep it playful also. Even when we concentrate, keep it easy. Good. Slow transition. Bend your standing leg and land softly. Come into one more high lunge position. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse the warrior, peaceful version. Keep your front leg bent. Good. Back leg is strong, extended. Good. And then circle down and come back into either straight into down dog or Adho Vinyasa. Good. And then lightly step or jump forward. And just sway from side to side. And then gently roll up the spine. Good. So you're going to add on some balancing poses. So place your right foot on top of your left knee. And then flex the foot. Move the knee to the side. Bend your standing leg and just sit down. Now it's like a one-legged chair. The hands in front of your heart, they always help you to keep it balanced. If you want, you can add a little twist. So twisting to the right side and take your right elbow on the inside of the foot. Good. And maybe you can even extend the arms. Keep opening up the chest. And always when you focus, keep a playful attitude. That means don't take it too seriously. If you fall, you just try again, just like kids do. Even when they start to learn how to walk, keep it playful. Good. Lift up the upper body. We're going to add a dancer's pose. So the knees are close to each other. Now imagine you're holding a tray with your right hand. You want to open up the chest here. And then grab the inside of your right foot. We take the inside because we do not want to close the shoulder. We want to keep it open. So basically the thumb is facing up. I'm going to turn around. And then slowly keep your knees close together and kick your knee backwards in a straight line. So you don't want to move towards the right side. You want to really keep it in one line. And then chest is reaching forward. Good. Slowly come back and take your hands onto your hips. Lift up the knee and then gently, without leaning backwards, extend your right leg. Good. Maybe you can lift it up higher, but keep this solid in your core. Midsection is strong. Opening up the chest. Good. And then just relax. So this may be tough a little bit on your ankle here. That's completely normal because we are accessing small muscles. Usually it's fine after the practice. You get stronger and stronger. If that's not the case, then write to me and you can talk about it. Cool. So we go to the other side. Shift your weight onto your right foot and flex your left foot. Place it on top of your right knee and then just start to sit down. Go as low as you can. And of course, you feel a nice stretch. The lower you go, the more you feel the stretch in your glutes. And if you want, you can add a little twist to the right. Maybe you can even extend the arms. You want to really open up the chest to the sky. So we're rooting down and twisting. When we are solid in our foundation, we can be flexible and free in the rest of the body. So always root down. Let's slowly come back up. I'm gonna dance. So keep the knees close to each other, holding a tray, waiter, waitress, and we go dance. So we have a tendency to open up the knee, but try to keep them close together. Open up the chest, reach up with your right arm, and then slowly opening up, dancing. Good, hold it here. Maybe you can more and more kick your foot into the hands so you feel the stretch in the quadriceps. Good, and then gently, smooth transition. Take your hands back onto your hips, opening up, squeezing the shoulders. Reach up with your knee. And now again, without leaning back, you want to keep it straight and simply extend your left leg. Good. Hold it here and then release. Shake it out. Good. So we do some stuff for the circus people. Take your feet about mat width apart, hands in front of your chest, Yogi Squats. Come all the way down if you can. If that's not the case, stay here. You can even have blocks and just hold it here. Feel free to also, if you want to stay just in a no circus pose, you can simply hang out here. This is great for the mobility in your hips. So no need to do more. If you want to go on an adventure, extend your left arm down, right arm up, and maybe you can take the bind. The bind means you can keep your left shoulder in front, and then you can basically clasp. And then from here, slowly, you can come up. So standing on your right foot and come all the way up. Good. If you're up, then come down again. So super softly come back into a yogi squat, hands in front of your heart, and try the other side. So this takes practice. It requires flexibility. So if it's not for you yet, don't get frustrated. Just stay in your first variation. So slowly you can progress. And the practice doesn't make perfect, as you can see in my case, but it gives you the ability to progress. And that's perfect in itself. So the practice is perfect to make progress. Good. And then take your hands down and just straighten your legs. Walk the feet again about hip width apart. And just sway from side to side. Keep your neck long. Breathe deeply. So forward folds are always calming the system. Take an inhale. Place your hands on your shins and reach forward with your heart. Exhale, either step or jump back and lower halfway down. Inhale to open up the chest. Exhale, going back into downward facing dog. Good. Now shorten your dog. That means when you shorten your dog, it's not a forward fold, it's still a dog, but your heels can reach maybe. So really press the inner thighs back. The heels can reach the floor. Good. And then take your right hand on the outside of your left shin or the ankle. And we're going to add a little twist. So you can see underneath the left armpit. Keep both legs super strong. Good. And then switch the sides. Left hand on the outside of your shin or on your ankle. And then look underneath. Keep your hips square. So again, the twist comes from the middle of the back, from the navel upwards. Good. And then walk with your feet forward. Feet are again about hip width apart. Bend your right knee and then lift up your left arm. Little twist here. And one more time. Both hands down. Bend your left knee and lift up your right arm. Good. And then slowly, both hands down and roll up the spine. Go slow. So if you have a little bit of a low blood pressure on a Sunday morning, then sometimes you can get dizzy when you're rolling up. So always take it slowly. Good. And we walk the feet again about mat width apart, hands in front of your heart, and then squat down one more time just to sit down. Maybe you can do that without the help of your hands. Maybe you need to just place your hands, whatever works. Good. And we go into boat pose. So grab behind your legs and then keep your chest reaching forward. So try not to round here. You want to really keep it up. And also keep your shoulders back and down. Good. If you want, you can extend your arms as well. And if you're up for some core work, let's go halfway down and up again. One more time, halfway down and up again. Lower down and up. Make it an inhale when you lower down. Exhale when you come up. Inhale when you lower down. Exhale when you come up. Inhale to lower down. Exhale, come up. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then place your feet about mat width apart, knees together, and give yourself a nice hug and rest. Just breathe. Good. Keep your feet mat width apart and drop your knees onto your right side. And then walk with your hands behind you. And we just add a little twist. Good. Soft twist. And we go to the other side. So drop your knees to the left. Walk your hands behind you. Should be a nice feeling in your back. Good. Come back to the middle. If you want, you can rest here. Or if you're up for one more vinyasa, come with me. Inhale in boat. Exhale, cross at the shins. Place your hands in front of you and then shoot back by jumping or stepping. And come into low push-up. Inhale brings you up into up dog. Exhale, back into down dog. You're going to join everybody else. So either step or jump into a cross-legged position. And we are here in boat one more time. And then slowly, everybody just place the feet on the ground and start to roll down all the way onto the floor. Good. I'm going to guide you through a shoulder stand. If this is not part of your practice, you can do just legs and arms to the sky. You may as well have your legs against the wall, so you don't have to have an effort here. It's all about releasing, about allowing the blood to flow, about calming the nervous system. If you want to do the shoulder stand, then place your hands on the floor and then lift up. Do this all with the strength in your lower abdomen. So no going too fast. You really want to be in control. Take your legs behind you. If you can curl the toes under, do so. And then walk your shoulder blades close together. Take your hands on the upper part of your back as high as you can. Then maybe you can lift up one leg, then the other. And just breathe here. Make sure the elbows are not too wide. They stay grounded, about shoulder width apart. If you want to take a variation, you can open up the legs, for example. You can also take the soles of the feet together. And lift up the legs and slowly, with control, take your feet behind your head again. You can, if you want, go straight into a bending knee position, or you can curl the toes under one more time. Even interlace the fingers on the floor. And then press with your heels back, knuckles pressing into the opposite direction. Good, and then gently place your palms flat on the floor and start to roll down one notch at a time. Good, and we go into a counter pose, fish pose. So take your legs flat on the floor, and you can have your hands underneath your bum, underneath the sacrum almost. And then strong in your legs, press into your elbows, and then lift up the chest. And here, this may be enough. If you don't have any neck issues, you can also place the crown of the head on the floor. Strong in your legs. Hold it here. And then gently lift up your head, chin towards your chest, and just lie down. Give yourself a hug. And to release the lower back, just move a little bit from side to side. Okay, we go for a spinal twist. So take your knees onto your right side on the floor and reach to the other side. You can also place a block underneath your knees in case the left shoulder pops up. So keep it grounded. Allow the shoulders to sink into the floor. And then switch sides. Knees to the left. And just relax and release. And then roll back to the middle. And you're going to take a Shavasana. If you want to take a Shavasana with your soles of the feet together, you can. And just have a little opening in your hips. Palms facing up. This is not comfortable, then maybe take your legs super wide, wider than your mat. You can also place something underneath your knees. If you have any tensions in the lower back. And take a moment to surrender. Give yourself time to rest and integrate everything you have done. Digest. And usually in the yoga classes, we stay here for 5 minutes. You can do so and just turn off the computer and stay in Shavasana, or come with me slowly, roll onto your favorite side, into a nice fetal position. Take a moment to connect with the earth. Feel the support. And then slowly come back into a seated position, comfortable, can be in a cross-legged position. Find an upright position with your spine. And reunite the hands in front of your heart. and giving thanks to yourself for taking the time and practicing yoga, spoiling yourself, doing yourself something good so you can do good to others as well. Bow your head towards your heart's wisdom. The light within me honors the light within you. Or in simply one word, namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Every time I say namaste at the end, I hear your voices. I imagine I hear them. So yeah, I hope to see you on Tuesday in the live stream, and on Thursday, actually, I see you on Zoom. Let me know if you need the link, and you can rewatch on YouTube at any time you want to. The short videos that I've prepared, they're also good for, when you have a busy day and you just need to kind of, instead of going outside and take a smoke, you just go outside and take a deep breath and kind of just do a short 5-minute meditation, which means if you have never done meditation, it's not something scary or difficult. It just means you take your time out to fully focus and be present again. So that's the idea of those short videos. I wish you a wonderful day. I hope the sun is coming out. If you're inside, then at least open the window. It's really important to have some fresh air and get some sun also. It's very healthy for us. So have a great day. Bye on YouTube, bye on Instagram, and bye on Facebook of the Royal Savoie. Et je dis quelque chose en français, je vais quand même continuer aussi avec les cours en français ou en franglais. Donc, je pense la prochaine fois, je vais faire un cours en franglais. Ça va être mardi soir. OK? See you guys. Bye bye. Un dimanche matin qui commence bien. Ouais, c'est vrai. Coucou Agathe.